Question, how many of you wish you were better at knowing people's names? Everybody in this room, folks, make this your relationship builder. There's an app for that, and that's called Name Shark. All you have to do for Name Shark is what? You get the person's picture. After you get their picture, you put their name next to their picture, and it will play games with you and say, who's this, who's this, who's this, until you get it all right, and you know everybody's name, and then you're going to be okay. So you just have to walk up to somebody and say, let's play a game. No, don't do that. They get very upset if you do that. All right, don't do that. But everybody's picture's somewhere on Facebook, LinkedIn, your real estate agents, your pictures are all over. You do that and you play the game, you'll know every person's name. Let's memorize anything. Upload your script or your presentation to your phone, read it off of your phone. What ends up happening? It records it for you, and therefore when you play it back in your own voice, you will remember it that much more quickly. Magic Plan says here's the dimensions of the room you're standing in, and you can drag and drop and make that boom. Go right there so you'll know exactly what the dimensions of that room is. Pretty cool, pretty cool. You know what else? It's done in 3D. So that means you can also know how high it goes. You can now go to wayfair.com, you can download a coffee table, put it in that room and see what it's going to look like because you did it all electronically. Then you got something called Homesnap. What's Homesnap? I've gotten some nods out of Homesnap. It's pretty cool, right? You get to walk up to any house in the United States of America, you click on it, and it will tell you this is what year that house was built, this is what the square footage is, this is how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, when it last sold, how much it last sold for, and what schools it goes to. For those of you that have already seen this before, they updated it just a few months ago. We're in Pittsburgh, which means some of you, someone in this room likes hunting. Is there anybody in this room that is a hunter? Are you a hunter? Mm-hmm. Is it a good idea to kill things on other people's property?
Not usually.
Not usually. Depends what time it is. So what happens is, right, no, you shouldn't do that. Well, there used to be a hunting app that would say this is where this property ends because you can't go outside the boundaries. They took that technology, they put it here, so you can now show the person literally where their property would end of the home and the property that they're looking at. So instead of saying it's a third of an acre, you could say it stops right here. How cool is that? Sitting right out there for it? No, I wouldn't build a fence based upon that, okay? But you know, you're still gonna have a couple feet, but pretty much where it is. So when you're coming up with the new way to write thank you notes, it's called Postagram. Why? I like Postagram because we've all become visual. We're all talking, it's better to see things than just read things. Nobody's using words anymore. Postagram says you go to settlement, you take a picture of the husband and wife. Here, you two, high five each other. Go. Click, and I take that picture. They just bought a house together. They hug. Or you got the kids playing on the front lawn. Take the picture, submit it to Postagram, and then they print it on a postcard, and then you say, what do you want to put on the back? Congratulations on your new home, and it mails it to them. How cool is that? I'll hold on to a picture of me and my wife a lot longer than a handwritten thank you note. Yeah. One of the things that we already said was a lot of your houses, and I know that was Chicago, but the same thing in Pittsburgh, were built before 1939, right? So that means they need what? Paint. Remodel. How many of you have trouble going, hey, I'm thinking of repainting this room. Here's a little, a paint chip. Do you think this room would look good this color? How many of you have trouble with a paint chip figuring out what a whole room's going to look like? Everyone in this room? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Paint Tester. Paint Tester says you take a picture of the room, you take a picture of the paint chip, and it repaints the room that color so you can see what it's going to look like. How cool is that? Wait, you want to get really, really cool? You go back to what? Magic Plan. It will tell you how many coats of paint it takes to paint that room. So now you know how many coats and you know what color it is. You're using the technology to make it happen. Now, most of you probably have Around Me on your phone. Yeah. How do you usually use it? I don't know where to eat, so I hit Around Me, and hey, that's where I'm going to lunch. What I want you to do is use Around Me on your customer's phone. See, instead of having them drive all around, you can say, Around Me. Within the 3-mile radius, tell me every gas station, every restaurant, every library, every basketball court, and every dog park that is here. And what will happen? Instead of riding around, it'll tell you exactly where each and every one is. Have them use it for them. Okay, well, let me ask you a quick question. How many of you have ever been to a bar? How many of you, when you're in, you've never been to a bar? Come on, buddy, we got to go out and have a conversation. Poor guy, man. So, right, yeah, we've all been to a bar. So, have you ever been to a bar and they got 6 TV screens sitting up there, and you want to hear what they're saying on TV 4, but they're playing the volume from TV 1, or they're playing music or something like that? Does that happen all the time? Yeah. Julie said, check out this app. It's called what? It's called Tunity. You take your phone, you aim it at the TV, you click on it, and it plays the volume from that TV out of your phone. See, they like your app. You click the volume from that TV out of your phone. It has nothing to do with mortgages and real estate, but it is pretty cool. Think about sharing that with your customers.
At home, you don't have that problem, you see.
That's why he doesn't go to
That's why I don't go to the bar.
Well, some of you are married people. And some of your spouses say, well, hey, I'm trying to sleep, turn that TV off. Now what can you do? You can put your headphones in, you can turn the volume off, you click Tunity, and you do what? You're watching your show. See, you guys came here to talk real estate, I'm saving marriages. Okay, and those are a couple quick apps. I want to show you, these are quasi-apps, quasi-websites. If you're involved in marketing, and marketing is important to you, and printing and stuff like that, this is called RemoveBG. I love RemoveBG. RemoveBG says you go to either the website, I don't care if you go there on your phone, I don't care if you go there on your computer, it doesn't matter. Go to RemoveBG, select a photo. I selected a photo. That is my daughter Isabel. That is one of the 3 loves of my life, my son, my daughter. I put her, I go RemoveBG, select Isabel, boom, and it comes up like that. Within 2 seconds, it strips the background. I can now do anything I want. I have that with no background, so I can place her in front of the Eiffel Tower if I wanted. I could put a different picture behind her. I could just put the color green behind her if that's what I wanted. I can do anything I want. It helps your marketing go that much quicker. There's a wonderful site called Unroll.me. Unroll.me. When you go to Unroll.me, it's totally free. It says, what's your email address? It scrubs your email, and it says you have 127 subscriptions that you may not have signed up for. It will list the 127. It will say keep or discard. So you say, don't want it, don't want it, don't want it, keep it, don't want it, keep it, right? And therefore, it allows you to manage what stuff is coming into your inbox. And we used to get junk mail in the actual mailbox. We're getting junk mail in our email box now. This limits that for you, which takes